It's time for a brand new live ops update, as today is the sunset of many OG ARK servers. I wanted to give you guys this final reminder, and we're going to go through everything today, as I don't want any of you to miss out on these, because I know some people don't always keep up with the news, which can always be a bit of a problem, especially when servers are getting sunset. So we're going to go through all of this today, guys. These servers will end up most likely becoming Lost Colony servers when that launches in 10 days time. So as always, if you guys do enjoy today's video, drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get through this important information with a new live ops update. Right, so Valguero server transfers is actually happening today as well. So before we go into the server sunsetting, moving day is today. Official Valguero transfers will fully open up on the 8th of December, allowing players to move items, creatures and characters onto the map without restriction. Please pack your dodos in bubble wrap, and as a result, we've postponed the shutdown of the Expire servers to December 15th to allow survivors extra time to transfer to Valguero if they choose to. Note that the sunset servers that we're talking about will still go offline today, December 8th, because as I mentioned, they're about to prepare to put all of the Lost Colony servers online, and they always like to use extra ones because, like how Wildcard mentioned, and they probably will mention in this post, that with launch day, they always put more servers live than they normally need in the long-term things, because player count is normally extremely high, and we're expecting an extremely high player count for Lost Colony. Probably the highest we have seen since the launch of ARK Survival Ascended, which was 97,000 on the launch of October 2023. So here we have it, Inactive server sunsetting. Hey survivors, after careful assessment, we've opted to begin the process of sunsetting a selection of our inactive official servers. Our goal is to ensure that we're always delivering the best possible experience, and other official servers exist as a way for the community to grow and play together without having to host their own, or you can play on the LoadedCrysis cluster completely free. When we launch fresh content, typically we put up more servers than we need in the long term to match the peak in user capacity over time. These servers will become ghost towns as players have dropped off and waiting for the next major content release. At the conclusion of the bonus rate event on Monday the 20th of October around 1 PM Pacific, we'll be opening transfers out. Oh yeah, they've done this already, but as part of the process, the servers will be remained with the sunset prefix, following the same approach we've used in the past. Please note that once renamed, these servers will be removed from the in-game favorites list, so you'll need to search them manually to reconnect. Let's go through all of them, but before that, there was a few more servers that were removed from the sunset list because they were super busy. And what basically happens is any servers that, since they got announced that they could be getting sunsetted, if they got busy again and they had held a consistent player count for a long time, they got removed. So we had an Asia small tribes for Ireland on consoles, as you can see there, PvP. I think, yeah, no, so you got some PvP ones, some EU, NA, and then you got some PvE, Ireland 5246, Ireland 5, this is PvE again, 5411, another small tribes PvP, and then NA, PvE, Ireland 5163, which are now safe from sunset. But today, here is all of the servers that we will be saying goodbye to in preparation for the Aberration launch. Now, you guys have to remember, I'm going to go down very slowly so you have a chance. There's a lot of OG servers here, lots of island ones from the early days. Now, you have to remember, every single one of these servers, the reason Wildcard now do this, every single one of these servers costs a lot of money. A lot of money. And when you consider that they've got all of these on the screen that have around about 1 to 2 players on, sometimes none, throughout the day, and Wildcard are spending what, maybe $70 on one server, then you know, and you multiply that by all of these servers here, it's very, very, very expensive process. And you know, that's why on launch day, Lost Colony is going to be super busy. I'm predicting 70,000 players. I could be going way too overboard because Ragnarok managed to get nearly 50,000. And 70 is quite high. So if I were to go for a bit of a medium, I would go between 50 and 60,000. But because this is the next story to ARK's lore for the first time in 4 years, there's going to be so much promo behind it because this is their paid DLC. So it won't be like Valguero where they launch it and there's not really much going on with it. There will be some serious promo behind this DLC. So I'm expecting a whole bunch of players to return for this from the old game and people that haven't played since the old game got sunset. And I'm expecting a lot of players that just play other games to come along for this DLC. So as you can see, there's a lot of servers involved in this sunset, and obviously it's very, very important that if you see this, you have to make sure that today you are maybe making your, if you haven't played in ages and you see your server, make sure to get off of it as soon as possible to avoid losing everything. They have given us months and months and months of heads up on this, so you know, people have had way of enough time. But I do understand sometimes when this happens, people just don't see it. I mean, when I've had to sunset a server and bring up a new map on my cluster, you may tell everyone, but there's always one or two people that might not check announcements or something like that, and that happens from time to time, and that's obviously then where server messages come in and broadcast messages, but you can, as you can see, there is a lot there, and there's a few of the isolated servers here as well, which they are going to be saying goodbye to. So as I said, if you do see your server on this list, make sure to get yourself off of that ASAP, because at some point today, I don't know, did they give a time? I'm not sure if they've given a time. No. So it's just going to be any point today. So that's why, if it's going to be wildcard time, I reckon within the next 4 to 8 hours will be the close down and the sunset of all of these servers. So please prepare yourself, guys. Now, Wildcard said we still intend to provide capacity at launches as much as possible to meet the higher need during those periods, of course, of Lost Colony, and we'll be working with our partner at Nitrado to offer these saves after the scheduled sunset through Nitrado's interface, so please stay tuned for more details. So at some point later on, maybe it will be later this week or in the crunch, I'm not too sure, they will give you guys an update on how to get your, if one of these servers has so much of your stuff on that you couldn't dream of losing, then Nitrado will be able to offer you a save, which you'll be able to move over onto your own server. So it's not like all's gone completely. It's just more of, you know, this just won't be on the official network anymore. It'll be a completely brand new server. So yeah, I mean, it's a big day. It's sad that this seems to happen a lot more in ASA, and to be honest, the reason it happens more in ASA is ARK Survival Ascended still hasn't built up that player base that ARK Survival Evolved had, and it's going to really be hit big time when Lost Colony launches, so they're going to need a whole load of servers for this new DLC, so you're going to have to prepare yourself for that. The Expire servers that I mentioned are now going to be going offline at 10 AM PST on December the 15th, so please note that these servers will no longer exist after this time, so if you intend to use them, please remember to transfer your items, creatures, and characters off before that date, as nothing will be saved beyond that period. Anyway, guys, today is also the end of Turkey Trial 2025. So as you can see, the official network will be finishing its Turkey Trial mod, and also the ×2 rates will end today. The next event will be Winter Wonderland at some point. We don't have the news yet, but as Dolly always mentions, she will let us know more details. Usually it's like a week up until the event starts. I do expect it really to just be a copy and paste event, just because of how busy just how busy Lost Colony has been, and then obviously having to create new content for Winter Wonderland. I'll be very shocked if they've done that. It'd be awesome, but I don't know, we'll see. But even if it is a copy and paste one, it's always really enjoyable, Winter Wonderland. I'm sure lots of you guys agree with that too. Also, remember, guys, on Friday the 12th, is it Friday the 12th? I'm sure it is, yeah. The 12th of December will be the final TLC lock-in, which will give us all 5 creatures. It's looking very, very likely that the Megalosaurus is going to win. So it will be the Aranio Spider, the Quetz, the Giga, the Therizino, and the Megalosaurus, which will be getting TLC updates throughout 2026, and we will see some very nice updates. We don't know whether it's going to be one by one. We think it's going to be one by one, by the way Wildcard have phrased how they're going to be releasing things, you know, how they're going to be releasing them throughout 2026. So by that wording, it sounds like they'll probably do one after the other, and as long as that means that they're putting you know, all love onto one creature and putting a lot of time and effort into it, then I seriously don't mind. I expect that they'll launch probably like every... I hope it's quicker than every 4 months, like with the DLCs. It would be nice if it's like sort of every 2 months we get a new TLC. Every 1 month would be the best, because to be honest, it's them working on one character. I don't want it to be rushed. I want it to be perfect. But I'm just really excited to see it. And the Aranio, I guess, will be the first creature that will receive their TLC into the game officially, which will be very cool to see. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you. We do have a double upload today, so you'll have another video later today. And we are 10 days now onto the road of the launch of Lost Colony 2025. I will see you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching.